Good afternoon. My name is Megan Harrison, and this is for Intercultural Communications. I decided to speak to you today about the Japanese culture. I felt like from the beginning of class, learning about different aspects of their culture, I had a real interest for it. I think that it would really be an interesting place to visit because I feel like we in the United States could adapt to some of their values and that it would benefit us. Harmony is the key value in Japanese society. Harmony is the guiding philosophy for the Japanese in family and business setting and in society as a whole. Japanese children are taught as early as the preschool age to act harmoniously and cooperatively with others from the time that they start school. So this is from the very beginning of their learning experience, they're taught this. The Japanese educational system emphasizes the interdependence of all people, and Japanese children are not raised to be independent, but rather to work together. I think this is something that could benefit the children of that age in the United States. I think that we focus a great deal on individualism when we need to be teaching them how to work with others, because there are very few jobs that allow you to work by yourself. This need for harmonious relationships between people is reflected in much Japanese behavior. They place great emphasis on politeness, personal responsibility, and working together for the universal rather than the individual good. They present facts that might be disagreeable in a gentle and indirect fashion. They see working in harmony as the crucial ingredient for working productivity. They often trust nonverbal messages more than the spoken word, as words can have several meanings. The context in which something is said affects the meaning of the words. Therefore, it is imperative to understand the situation to fully appreciate the response. Frowning while someone is speaking is interpreted as a sign of disrespect. Most Japanese maintain an impassive expression when speaking. Expressions to watch out for include inhaling through clenched teeth, tilting the head, scratching the back of the head, and scratching the eyebrow. These are things that if you were to have a conversation with someone that is Japanese and they disagree with you, these are things to look for, because they're not going to tell you that they disagree with you because they feel that it is rude. It is considered disrespectful to stare into another person's eyes, particularly those of a person who is a senior to you because of age or status. In crowded situations, the Japanese avoid eye contact to give themselves privacy. In regards to family in the Japanese culture, starting at the agricultural age, many generations would live together and they would all work on the same land together. The nuclear family was the father working, the mother being at home not working, and having somewhere around the amount of 2 children for the middle to upper classes. Also nuclear family in lower class West and socialist countries, except this was a similar situation, only they allowed the women to work. During the information age family, multiple family patterns were no one model everyone must follow to be socially accepted. Married couples with or without children, unmarried couples living together, single parents, divorced parents with children. There are many different kinds now, even though there are still multiple generations living together. It's becoming less and less common. Japan has had a history of stressing the importance of the continuing family before the individual. It was expected that the eldest son inherit the position of the head of the house. Japan is primarily information age based as far as their family structure. Children are raised to work hard, take education seriously, and know that they can be what they want in life as long as they work hard. Also, 70% of elderly people live with their family. So it's still very common, but as where it used to be required is no longer. Religion in Japan is Shinto and Buddhism. These are the two major religions. Shinto is as old as the Japanese culture, while Buddhism was imported from the mainland in the 6th century. Since then, the two religions have been coexisting relatively harmoniously and have even complemented each other to a certain degree. Shinto and Buddhism are similar, but religion does not play a big role in the everyday life of most Japanese people today. The average person typically follows the religious rituals at ceremonies like birth, weddings, and funerals, may visit a shrine or temple on New Year's, and participates in the local festivals. But as far as how important it was and required years ago, they've become less strict about it. It's kind of just what your family practices. In regards to state, the Japanese government, a constitutional monarchy, is based on a parliamentary cabinet system. Executive power is vested in the cabinet, which consists of the prime minister and not more than 17 ministers of state that collectively are responsible to the Diet. The prime minister, who must be a member of the Diet, is designated by the Diet. In practice, the prime minister is always a member of the House of Representatives. The prime minister has the power to appoint and dismiss the ministers of the state, all of whom must be civilians and a majority of whom must be members of the Diet. The Japanese Constitution became effective on May 3rd, 1947, and consists of 103 articles. In conclusion, I feel like I've learned a lot from doing the research for this paper, and I hope to one day visit their culture, and hopefully I will be able to go over there and not offend anyone because I've done my research, and I will be able to respect their culture. My bibliography consists of the Encyclopedia of Japan, the Cambridge Press, Cambridge, Massachusetts, 1995 edition, print. 2009, Asia for Educators, Columbia University, 2009 print. JapanGuide.com, Religion in Japan, 1996, internet source. Kamisiko Global, A Look at Japanese Language, Culture, Customs, and Etiquette, 2016. Thank you very much.